A few months ago, I experimented with high-ticket dropshipping, and as a result, I made £15,000 in just literally 1 month. So the profit on that was around like 20%. So you could say it was almost $3,000 in pure profit. But the amount of work I put into this was not a lot. However, what most people don't show you is back when I actually made this money right here, it wasn't actually as easy as it was. So this was actually easy to make. However, in high ticket, what happens is that your cash flow becomes really bad. Because think about it, you're paying like a few $1,000s for Google ads, and then you make sales, so then you have to go fulfill those sales. Before you get the money, you have to pay an additional $2,000, $3,000 just to fulfill the sales. So before the month ends, you already minus $5,000, so you have to wait until Stripe gives you your money so that you can become like $10,000 plus and make the $5,000 profit. So it seems very nice, but cash flow is not that good. Like back when I was doing this, my cash flow was horrible. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did to actually improve my cash flow so that I can actually sustain this. Now, nowadays, I'm not actually doing this just because I found something better. But the whole point of me saying this to you is I want to show you exactly what I did to maintain my cash flow. So these are methods that you can actually do with literally $0, and this should help you make more money. Okay, so we're going to go on this website called Craigslist. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it, but this isn't the only website we're going to be using. The whole point is that we're going to be using websites that allow you to do classified ads. So this is just one of them. So for example, Craigslist, this is literally the homepage. So you can see here it says for sale, but it also says like you can sell all these types of items like bikes, furniture, all that stuff. So what I was doing actually, I was coming and I was posting a bunch of ads on these websites. For example, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, which is in Canada. And what you want to do is that you want to be posting physical products, and once people actually come and they buy from you, you just drop ship it to them. So what people most of the time do is that they have like some stuff sitting at their home and they want to sell it. So then they would go on these websites and then post it, and then they would message the people telling them, hey, if you want to come get this, like come get it at my house. Then the person would go give them the money, and then they would just basically sell it in person. But we're not doing that. We're actually just doing dropshipping here. So for example, if I click, for example, furniture, and then I go down, so you see here, like it's just a bunch of like normal people. Like for example, this is just a normal person. This is a normal person. This is a normal person. Just normal people. So what we do is that we keep going down. Eventually, you'll find a website like this. So you see this website right here? So this doesn't seem like a normal person. So if we click on this right here, this is clearly someone who's actually dropshipping. So what they're doing here is that they're putting like listings all over Craigslist, because putting a listing on Craigslist is basically free ads. Like you don't really have to pay for this. So they put like a description, and then they put like a link to a website. Now this link, you can't really click it, but what people do is that they would copy this link and then they would actually paste it and see exactly what's happening here. And this is how customers are going to come and buy from you. They're going to copy the link that you give them and then paste it and then go on your website. So for example, this guy right here, so this seems like an established website, but the idea is the same. This could be your website right here. Like obviously this website is huge, but the idea is the same. You make a website that's very similar to this, and you put ads that are on Craigslist just like here, and this is going to lead them to this website, and from here they can just buy. So that's the entire idea, like just like that. Now for me, I was a bit lucky, because what happened is that when I was doing high ticket, I closed a bunch of suppliers. Like I had a bunch of suppliers on my website and I was able to sell their products. But it got me thinking, I'm like, why am I just using Google ads? Why can't I just go and put a bunch of ads on Craigslist for free and then just get sales that way? And then when people buy from me, I'll just fulfill the order from the supplier. So I had an advantage. But for you, if you don't have an advantage, this is what you do. So you would go on eBay, for example, ebay.com, and then we can just type in something like couch. And we want to find like a couch that has shipping from the country that you're selling in. So let's just say we're selling in the US. So I want to find a couch that's going to be shipped from the US. That way the shipping is going to be very fast. So I keep going down, and then I see this one. So this one right here. So Intex queen size. This one is for $90 almost, 88. So if I click on it, so there's two available. And the shipping should be free 2 to 3 day shipping. So this is not that bad. So what I would do right now is that this listing right here, I would take it and I would go and put it on Craigslist. I would literally take the listing and put it on Craigslist. And for the price, I would just increase the price like at least $30. Now, $30 might not seem like it's a lot, which is like, to be honest, it's not that much. But what's happening here is that you're literally making money out of thin air. Like this listing right here, they're listing it for 88, and then you could come in, maybe sell it for like 110. So you're just going to be making a pure profit just like that. Because remember, you're not paying anything for ads. And this should help you with your cash flow. The only disadvantage with this is that you're going to have to be like coming and just posting a bunch of ads. So I'll show you how to post the ad. Let's just say I'm going to post this specific couch because this is actually a good listing. By the way, this is not scripted at all. So I'd go back to Craigslist, and I would just click post, and then this is select the location, all that stuff. I'll just click Toronto. Now, ideally, you do want to do this in a better country like the US, but for Toronto, it's still pretty good. As long as you can actually find a supplier on eBay that can actually ship from Canada and that has fast shipping like this one right here. And for this one, I'm just going to write for sale by dealer. So I'd go down and just click on furniture, and I would just put the listing, like posting title. So I'd go back to eBay and I would copy this listing right here and put it right here. And now for the price, so remember how this was 87.99? We're just going to increase it just a little bit. So 87.99, we're just going to do maybe 119.99. So 120, which is not that bad. And then for the description, we just go back here, all the way down. So I would copy the description from here, paste it right here. At the bottom here, you want to actually put the link to your website. Now the link is not actually going to be clickable, just like I said. So you'd put like www.mywebsite, whatever your website is, .com/products, and that's it. Like you want to send them to your product. You don't want to send them to your homepage. You want to send to the product page. And then at the bottom, you can just be like, sale ends in 24 hours, and that's pretty much it. But also like make sure, like for example, we can just be like copy link and paste to buy. That way, just so people actually know, you would give them like a call to action so they would know exactly what to do. And in this case, what they're supposed to do is copy the link and paste it. Sometimes it's good to tell people the obvious, because sometimes people don't actually know what to do. So when it says delivery available, so you'd click yes. And then for the condition, you would just click new. And then also you can put the size and dimensions and all that stuff. But then when you go down, put your email and then continue, and then you should be good. Obviously, you got to fill out some more stuff. So as for the price, just keep it at this because apparently it wants you to do it to the nearest value. Continue, and your ad should be posted. Mine is not posted because I have to put the email and the postal code, which I don't want to do right now. But anyway, once this is posted, you will be getting traffic to your website. But the point here is that this isn't the only website you'll be using. Listen, you're trying to create cash flow out of nothing. So you're going to be a hustler. You're not just going to put like one freaking ad and that's it. You're going to be a hustler, bro. And that's exactly what I did back when I was doing high ticket. Because in high ticket, cash flow is very bad once again. So you want to get your cash flow right. And then that way you can actually do high ticket properly. This is just one website that I want to show you. Another one is if you go to Google, you just type in classified ads. So what is the best classified site? And so right here, you can see Craigslist, Boat Trader. Another one here, if you're in Canada, there is Kijiji. So Kijiji is very good. If you just click on Kijiji, this one is like one of the best here in Canada. Another one you can do is Facebook Marketplace itself. So you just post things on Facebook Marketplace using your phone, but then you would do the same idea. You would put the description and then you would say, copy and paste this website link to buy. But the point with these is that you want to be picking things that people usually buy. Like, you know, all these trendy products that people show on dropshipping and all that stuff, these things won't actually work. Like, they won't work in here. You want to pick things like furniture, like appliances, things that people actually use. And you're going to be using eBay here so you can fulfill everything. So you're not going to be using AliExpress because if you use AliExpress, the shipping is going to be taking way too long and people are going to be like really pissed off. So with eBay, the shipping is going to be very fast because like 1 to 3 business days and that's it. And that's literally it. Like your goal just should be to post as many ads as possible on all these websites. Now, one little trick is that when you post the ad, what's going to happen is that your ads will be posted. You'll get a bunch of traffic in the first few hours of the day, but then you'll notice that your ad is going to stop. The reason why it's going to stop is because there's going to be people who come on Craigslist and then post their ads. So momentarily, you're going to be on the first page when you first post it, but then other people are going to come and they're going to destroy you. So your listing is going to go down to like page 5 or page 6 or whatever. So what you got to do is if your product is doing good, you have to come back and then post it again. So that's the whole strategy. You post it once, you get a few traffic, and then you come back and you post it again. So in the past for me, I did this on Craigslist, I did this on Kijiji, and I did this on Facebook Marketplace. But try to post it on as many as possible. And this way you'll notice that you're actually going to start getting good sales. And this is the whole strategy. It's very simple, but you truly got to have like the hustler's mindset to do this. Now, I want to share with you a few mindset hacks that I learned and I'm still using it to this day. Because I noticed a lot of you guys liked the mindset hack portion in my last video, so I want to do it again. The first one, I call, bro, there's no such thing as a burnout. So remember when Tate used to be like, depression is not real, it's only real if you actually believe in it? Well, this one is pretty much the same exact thing. Burnout does not actually exist. And some of you might like seriously oppose this, but like, bro, you do realize you can actually work 7 days nonstop with 6 hours of sleep and not even feel tired. Like, this is what most people don't get. Like, you really think our bodies at some point like are gonna start expiring throughout the week? Like, maybe when you're older, it's true that's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure majority of you guys who are watching this are below 50. So like, what the heck is this whole thing about burnout, bro? You're still young. And I keep seeing people being like, but bro, you know, God took a break on the 7th day. It's like, you really believe that? I'm like, what? You're telling me God, like by definition, God, who's supposed to like not be able to rest and stuff like that, is taking a rest on the 7th day? He's not supposed to get tired. Like, how can a God become tired? It makes zero sense. So I don't care if you're religious or not, but like the same God or the same, you could say, thing who created you does not get tired. So stop thinking it's like, no, bro, I'm burnt out and all that stuff. That's all fake. So think of it this way. You literally have a choice. Like, you get to pick. And that's what's so beautiful about like being humans. Like, it's beautiful, but at the same time it's dangerous. Like, we literally get to pick whether we're tired, burnt out, or not. And I say this is dangerous because like whatever you actually pick is gonna become a reality. So if you pick that burnout is real, then you'll notice that it's actually real within you. Like bro, for me, like I don't believe in burnout anymore. And as a result now, like my body knows that. Like my body does not feel burnout. Like nowadays my body is like, yeah, what the heck is this whole thing about burnout? But the thing is, like, it wasn't this way all the time. So obviously in the past, I used to take rest, like at least 2 days a week. But what's crazy is that during those days, I was still right. Like I was actually burnt out because that's the reality that I created for myself. So it's like, why was I actually burnt out? Because bro, like I believed in such a thing. That's why I was burnt out. And then when I realized these are just made up stories in my brain, it's all gone. Like it literally vanished. Also, this other thing too, like you know how like right now at the time of me recording this, it's actually Ramadan. So like every Muslim is fasting, including me. And what's funny is that I see some people on Twitter, they're like, bro, I used to take double espressos, and in Ramadan, I decided to stop taking it, and now my productivity decreased 80%. I'm like, what? 80% because you stopped taking double espressos? Bro, look, I used to take double espressos, coffee, and energy drinks all in the same day, and I stopped it in Ramadan. Like in Ramadan, I haven't taken a single droplet of caffeine, and I'm still more productive. Like bro, in fact, I'm even more productive now in Ramadan with no caffeine. Like right now, as I'm recording this, there's no caffeine. And what's crazy is that I truly think it's this way now, because when I started Ramadan, or this Ramadan especially, I'm like, this Ramadan for me is going to become the most productive, even without caffeine. And as a result, because like I truly believed in that, it actually happened to be that way. And bro, like this might seem like it's so minute and small and like it's not that big of a deal and stuff, but it's so important, bro. Like you're literally what you believe in. You are what you believe in. Okay, and this other thing too, you know how people are always talking about shiny object syndrome and how you just gotta focus on one thing and not divide your attention, because if you chase 2 rabbits, you'll basically catch none. So in the past, bro, I actually used to believe in that. But now I'm like, bro, what the heck is wrong with me? Like, who freaking told me to believe all that crap? Like, bro, whoever actually came up with these ideas literally wants to keep you poor. Listen, shiny object syndrome does not exist. Like, if right now you're doing dropshipping, you can't come to me and be like, bro, I can't start affiliate marketing, or I can't start like a YouTube channel or a Twitter account and all that stuff. Like, bro, I can't do it because I'm doing dropshipping now. I'm gonna be like, what? Are you freaking serious? You're telling me you're gonna wake up from 6 a.m. and sleep at 10 p.m. and whatever in between those times, you're just gonna be doing dropshipping and that's it? Like, you're only gonna be breathing dropshipping and that's it? And you're telling me right now, if I go and check your phone, I'm not gonna freaking see like 6 to 8 hours just on TikTok? It makes no sense, bro. Look, if your goal is to make money, then that's it. That's your goal. The method to actually make the money doesn't matter, as long as it's halal. Like if you're doing e-com, like who's stopping you from coming and then starting like a Twitter page and growing that? Or even like a YouTube channel and then growing that? And who's stopping you from like learning maybe a new skill that can teach you how to make even more money? Like as long as whatever the task that you're gonna be doing actually makes you money, then why not do it, bro? Like in this way, you're actually not dividing your attention. However, if you're gonna be scrolling on TikTok all the time, like you go on the toilet and then you're just scrolling mindlessly, that is dividing your attention. Like that's even worse than the so-called shiny object syndrome. And what's crazy is that you might start peeing. And what's crazy is that you might start peeing. You might start peeing. I don't know, you might. And what's crazy is that you might start. Stop making me laugh. And what's crazy is that you might start seeing. And what's crazy is that you might start seeing people who are going to be like, bro, you know, I waste so much time throughout the day and I still make money. Well, can you imagine what's going to happen if you stop wasting time on mindless tasks and actually spend all your time on making money? So if you have already decided on a business model, like, yeah, stick to it. Don't give up early, but you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not going to be filling your hours with more work. Like, you're literally going to make more money if you fill your hours with more work. And yes, bro, you can fill your hours with more work. Remember, burnout is not real. That whole thing is just a made-up story. And shiny object syndrome is not real. It doesn't exist. It's just another made-up story. Like, bro, how silly is it to say that billionaires are only focusing on just one thing? Like, that's so silly. What they're actually focused on is just making money. However, the method they make the money does not matter as long as they're doing it ethically. And what they're also focused on is not spending time on mindless things and not spending time also on soul-sucking things. So their attention is still on the right thing, which is their goal, which is to make more money, and that's it. Also, if you want to see me try to make $10,000, but I kind of failed, which is why I have no hair now, then all you got to do is just click on this video right here, because I'm going to show you exactly how I try to make $10,000 using only digital products.